I never thought I'd be saying this back in season 1, but by the time the Yellowjackets season 3 ended, I had a massive amount of respect for Jeff Sadecki, the man who once seemed like background noise, the furniture guy, the clueless husband, quietly became one of the most emotionally grounded, ride-or-die characters on the show. But here's the thing about Jeff. Loving someone unconditionally doesn't always mean you're doing the right thing, because as much as he is a genuinely decent man, there were moments, especially early on, where it felt like he was one of Shauna's biggest enablers. And I'm not saying that to take a dig at him, I'm saying it because that's exactly what makes him such a good character. But before we go on, and of course this is if you want to do it, and if you don't want to do it, don't. But if you enjoy this type of content, theories, breakdowns, deep dives, and just overthinking TV shows, I would greatly appreciate the support. If you could like, comment, subscribe, and share this video, it would mean a lot. You guys know the spiel, but it really does help the channel grow. Now with that being said, let's talk about the man, the myth, the believer in the book club, Jeff Sadecki.
What? How?
Before the crash, Jeff is dating Jackie. They've been on and off since freshman year, and just before the team leaves for the Nationals, Jeff tells Jackie he loves her.
I fucking love you, Jackie.
It sounds like a big moment, but it's not. Not really. Because right after Jackie gets in the car with Shauna and confesses she's planning to sleep with Jeff, and now I believe she doesn't say it out of love, she says,
I decided that showing up to college a virgin is a mistake.
So that does not really seem like it's about intimacy, it's about expectation. And the kicker, Jeff has already been sleeping with Shauna. We see it that same night. After dropping Jackie off, Jeff hooks up with Shauna in his car, and when he says,
Oh, wait. Hey, I thought we weren't doing this again.
And that's not guilt, it's just hesitation that disappears very quickly. This moment lays the groundwork for everything we need to know about Jeff. Jeff's not scheming, he's not heartless, but he is passive. He does what's expected of him with Jackie, he doesn't stop what's wrong with Shauna. He avoids discomfort even when it comes at someone else's expense. Now that passivity, that fear of confrontation, doesn't vanish with age. It just follows him into adulthood, and eventually into a marriage built on secrets.
What? There's no book club?
Now in the present day, Jeff Sadecki is married to Shauna, and they live in the suburbs with their daughter Callie. From the outside, they're a typical family, but from the moment we meet them, there are cracks.
Not only are you going to have sex, but I want you to share a fantasy with each other, something you never shared before.
No.
Awesome.
In season 1, let's be honest, Jeff is emotionally checked out. He's more concerned with his failing furniture business than his family. When Callie acts out, he doesn't engage.
Bye.
Shouldn't be so hard on her.
When Shauna grows more erratic, he doesn't ask questions.
So I killed a rabbit in the garden. Skinned it, chin to anus. Jesus Christ, Mom.
Okay. You're in a mood.
And it seems like his whole parenting style is avoid the conflict and maybe it'll pass. That avoidance catches up to him fast. Shauna finds a message from someone named Bianca on his phone. She follows him to a hotel and sees him meeting with another woman. She assumes he's cheating, so she starts her own affair with Adam. But as it turns out, the truth is way more complicated. Jeff wasn't cheating. Bianca wasn't a fling. She was connected to a loan shark. Jeff had secretly taken out a high-risk loan to keep his furniture store alive. When he couldn't find the money to pay back the loan shark, he panicked and turned to blackmail. His plan, pressure the Yellowjackets, not Shauna specifically, hoping one of them would quietly pay up.
I thought Thaisa, maybe Natalie had the cash.
That's Jeff in a nutshell. Well-meaning, but reckless. He never tells Shauna the truth. He never asks for help, and it blows up in his face.
And in local news, authorities are asking for assistance in finding a Hoboken artist who's gone missing. Sheriff O'Connor says Adam Martin, 36 was last.
Shauna ends up murdering Adam, thinking he was the blackmailer. Now, just to preface this, I do not think Shauna murdering Adam was Jeff's fault entirely. Jeff comes home and she notices glitter on him, the same glitter the group had seen on the blackmailer.
Got any more good ideas?
We look for an asshole covered in glitter.
And that's when it all unravels. Jeff confesses he was behind the blackmail, but more than that, he admits something bigger. He's read Shauna's journals.
Why would you not just tell me that the store was in trouble?
Are you kidding? You got a whole safe full of secrets in there you never told me about.
He's known for years what happened in the woods. He knows about Jackie, about the baby, and what the girls became, and he stayed. That moment reframes everything. Jeff isn't just some guy Shauna married after high school. He's someone who made a conscious choice to stay with her, even after learning the darkest truths about her past. And this is where I believe that knowing doesn't mean understanding. He tells Shauna,
You and I used to watch Dateline every week. We know how this is gonna turn out. We're not gonna get away with this.
But the very next thing he does is help her destroy evidence.
All right, I thought we could do Franks and beans for dinner, explain why we're using the grill in November.
He's smart.
I have my moments.
He grills hot dogs next to a plastic bin full of murder evidence like it's just another Sunday in the suburbs. At this point, you could call it enabling, but it's more accurate for me to say that Jeff absorbs consequences that don't belong to him. He didn't kill Adam, he didn't cause the trauma, but he takes it all on anyway because he believes that's what loyalty looks like.
Well, Cal, maybe old-fashioned dad shit, it's my love language. Right.
In season 2, we see Jeff try to kind of hold it together. He and Shauna burn Adam's paintings. They share an intimate moment in the studio. Later, Jeff sits in the garage alone, blasting Papa Roach's Last Resort.
Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Suffocation, no breathing.
On the surface, hands down, we can all agree this was a funny moment, but it's also a man who is cracking under pressure, screaming through the only outlet he feels safe using. Even then, he still can't fully process the danger they're in, and then the cops start showing up. When Shauna and Callie are brought in for questioning, Jeff waits outside, blasting, Again, it's funny, but it's also kind of pathetic. He's powerless, and the music is the only thing that lets him feel strong. Still, when Ty calls to tell him about Lottie's compound, Jeff doesn't hesitate. He agrees that Shauna should lay low. He doesn't push back, he just supports, like always.
That's ridiculous. I can't
Shauna, you need to leave. And the longer that you stay here, the more you are screwing any chance we have to get out of this thing.
But this time, it's different. While Shauna's away, the police find Adam's remains. They confront Jeff and Callie with graphic photos. Jeff doesn't break, but the weight is getting heavier.
Well, I mean, there you go, guys. There is no way that Shauna could have done this. She's no doctor.
Then comes the nightmare. He dreams that Shauna is coming after him with a chainsaw, like she did to Adam. He wakes up to find Callie drinking. For the first time, he really talks to her.
Dad. Am I like Mom?
Well, sure, yeah. I mean, you're smart.
He tells her about the baby Shauna lost in the woods, that she had a brother, that things were worse than she knows. It's the first real father-daughter connection we've seen all series, and that's where things start to shift. In season 3, Jeff decides that him and Shauna need good karma.
It's not weird. It's karma for what we've done. No? At least what I did.
He starts volunteering, adopting lost cats. It's all surface level, but it shows he wants to change something. He wants to change himself because he feels like they've been doing so much bad that they need to do good. And that is what I think makes Jeff at his core a good person, is because he's actually worried about the things they do. He's not worried like the others about getting caught. He's worried about the things he did, about the lives he destroyed. But it's not until the situation with Callie hits a breaking point that Jeff finally chooses her. After everything, the lies, the cover-ups, the trauma, he realizes he's been protecting Shauna at Callie's expense. And so when Callie confesses what happened with Lottie, Jeff does something he's never done before. He leaves. He takes Callie and disappears. No yelling, no dramatic goodbye, just silence. He doesn't tell Shauna where they are, he just says they're safe and not to contact them. That moment isn't about punishment. It's about him finally breaking the cycle. Because for once, Jeff isn't reacting to Shauna, he's acting on his own and he's putting his daughter first.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I didn't protect you from her.
Dad of the year for this exact moment. Yes, it took him time to get there, but he got there and he chose his daughter.
All right, that's your mom's burden to bear. And mine too, I guess. But you don't have to make it yours.
And that is Jeff, the one person in the story who learned from the wreckage and walked away before it buried him. Now, I do want to know what you guys think. Do you agree or do you see it differently? Let me know what you guys think. I want to see how everybody else reads him. I know that there's like a general love for him, but maybe you don't like him for some reason, you know? Now, next time, we'll be covering Walter, a man of many secrets. So if you want to dive into this sword of Moriarty with me, make sure to subscribe. I want to thank everyone who took the time of day to watch or listen to this video. And now remember, the important thing is to always keep questioning. Even me. Till next time.